In this video we will see how we can create this kind of a toy car. We shall use drag and drop method. Blend and chamfer will also be a couple of the commands that we will use, and it will be hollow. So we will use shell part to make it hollow. And we will also briefly see how the tribal works. We will use tribal to adjust the position of the holes. And if I go to the scene browser and expand the part, we will see that we will use these features to make this toy car. So I will click to close the scene, and we'll also start a new scene, like so. And then I will drag a block and I will drop it here. Then I will use the I key to change the camera angle to top front right and the D key to fit the scene. Then I will select the block so that we come to the IntelliShape level, and we see that this handle is already selected. So I will type 120 and hit enter. And we see that this handle is already selected, so I will type 60. And the height handle is selected, so I will type 80 and hit enter. Then I will use the D key to fit the scene, and I will deselect by clicking in the scene. Then I will remove some geometry, so I will come up here to pick an H block, and I will drag and I will drop it on the midpoint of this edge, and I will select this handle and the symmetrical handle so that I can adjust the width in both directions. So then I use the shift key to snap to this side, and I grab this handle to snap to this side, and I will press the shift key to do that, like so. And then I will select this handle and I will type 65 and hit enter. And I will select the lower height handle and I will type 40 and hit enter, like so. Then I will deselect by clicking in the scene. Next step will be to chamfer this edge, this one. So I will come up here, pick the chamfer command, and if we come over to the properties, we see that we have distance as default, but we will use distance and distance. So I will select distance and distance, then I will select this edge, and now we can adjust the chamfer with these handles, and we can adjust one side at a time without affecting the other, like so. But if we come over to the properties, we will change the distance for number 1, it will be 20, and the second distance will be 50, and I will hit enter there. If we come down here to the advanced options, we see that we have toggle value. If I check that box, we toggle the value in the scene, but not here in the properties. So now we see that we have 20 in that direction and 50 in that direction. But if I uncheck that box, we have 20 in that direction and 50 downward, and we will have it this way. So I will click OK. Then I will use the I key to get the top front right angle for the camera. And then I will round some edges, so I will come up here to pick blend edges command, and I will select this edge, and I can grab this handle to make some adjustments, perhaps something like this. And I can come over to the properties, change to the right radius, so I will type 15 and hit enter. And I will also round this edge, but not with 15. So I come over to the properties and change the radius to 4 and hit enter, and it will only change the selected row or the selected edge. So now I can continue to select edges and will round these edges with 4 millimeters, like so. And then I will right click in the scene and click OK, and I use I to move the camera. Then I will round these edges on both sides. So I will come up here to pick the blend command, and I will also select this edge. And because this box is selected, the smooth connected box, all edges that are smooth connected will be selected. So I will click this edge as well, and I will then right click in the scene and click OK. Next step will be to make this part hollow, and to do that I will first orbit the camera so that we can see the bottom. Then I come up here to pick the shell part command. Then when we come over to the properties, we see that we have 3 shelling types: inside, outside and both sides, and we will use the inside type. And now IronCAD is waiting for us to choose a face that will be open, because we see that this text is turned to red. So I will select this face, and I will also turn on the preview button so that we can see how it will look like. And if we come down here, we see that we can also have individual face thickness. And if I select or click in this box, we see that this text will turn into red. Now IronCAD is ready for us to select a face that will have a thicker wall than the others. So we can change the thickness to 10, and I will select this face, and we see the difference now. But in this case, we will not have any thicker face. Every side should have the same thickness. So I will right click in this box and I will clear the selection, and the thickness here will be 4 millimeters, and then I will click OK, and the part is hollow. Then I will press I and D. Then we will create holes for the wheels. So I will come up here, I will pick an H cylinder, drag it, and I will drop it on this edge. I change the diameter to 30 and hit enter. I will orbit the camera to this side and grab this handle. Use the shift key to snap to this side. Then I will orbit back and I will drag another H cylinder. I will drop it on this edge, change the diameter to 30 and hit enter, and orbit the camera to this side and grab this handle. Use the shift key to snap to this side. Then when this H cylinder is selected, we will click this button to turn on the tribal. And now we can grab this handle to adjust the position of this hole, like so, and turn off the tribal. You use the Q key on the keyboard. And then to select the other H cylinder, you click this surface. Click on this surface until you come to the intelli shape of the H cylinder. Then you click the tribal button and you can adjust this hole, the position of this hole, a little bit, like so. Then you use the Q key to turn off the tribal. Then we deselect by clicking in the scene. We will use the tribal a lot during this training course, and you will learn how to use it in the right way. This part was just a briefly test to see how the tribal works. So I will change the camera angle to top front right and also use the fit scene command. And now we can finish the toy car and we are done with this tutorial. And I will close this scene.